Hola. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. And we have some breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news, man. Russell Brand charged with grape. I was going to put the full word, but I was like, maybe if I don't, maybe they won't shadow ban or hide the video. I don't know. But yeah, charged. We got to talk about these charges. Wanted to check in with you guys. There's this other controversial story that I want to talk about. We'll see. Hopefully we'll come back today and do it. Somewhat controversial, a different story. We'll talk about that later. I want to gather some more information, everything I can. But yeah, Russell Brand, are you surprised? Is this, let me mute this phone. Is this a hit piece? Are they trying to take him down? Does he know too much? Is this the establishment, the Illuminati, the hidden hand of the government, the UK government? PDM says brand is over. The Target brand is over the Target. Not surprised. I spoke to my friend briefly on the phone and she said she's not surprised. Not surprised at all. We're going to watch his response. We're going to talk about the charges. People are saying like this is a hit to silence him. You know, he was demonetized, I think, from YouTube a while back, and I've always heard of these allegations for a while. You know, and so we're gonna get into that and give it a minute for people to join. By the way, there was this video I posted. I posted it on the political channel, but I also posted it like on as a story, and I also posted it on Facebook. And some people got really upset with me. This was, I thought this was a funny video, but I guess people thought I was talking bad about Trump. There's this lady, I don't know if you guys seen this clip. Let me show you this.
You're embarrassing the fuck out of yourself, Trump, you dumb motherfucker. You are embarrassing I want to see your fucking old ass. I want to come eyeball to eyeball with your fucking ass.
Trump. Oh yeah, Trump. That was me doing a voiceover over her talking, but this is her actual face.
Dude,
and this is her actual voice.
Elon, I thought you'd want to come face to face with me, boy. You're your boyfriend, no doubt. Lies. Oh, and I'd see right through them, and you know I would. Would it be a dream come true if you met me in person?
Oh my God.
Would it?
Oh. So anyway, I posted that because I thought, I was like, who the hell is this lady? I've been seeing her posted everywhere. I even said they need to check her place for bodies. But people don't even believe it's a real person. Ha, she used an app to make her face like that. What an idiot. No, that's actually what she looks like. And some people were snapping at me. I had a couple of DMs. People were like upset. I mean, I don't know why they're upset with me. I didn't do shit. I just posted the video of her. I guess they thought I was saying that about Trump or something. Let me see. I got a few DMs. I was like, what's wrong with these people? Somebody literally named Karen messaged me. What'd she say? He's disgusting. Oh no, he's embarrassing. You're embarrassing. And somebody was like, he's ugly. You look ugly. Let me see. Where's that lady Karen at? Where's Karen? Karen. A lot of people found it funny, but some people were just like, oh, she deleted her message, I think. Somebody said, Jim Carrey, is that you? Why does this remind me of Jim Carrey? Then I got a lot of DMs. Is that a filter? Somebody said, is that a filter? I was trying to find the message that lady sent me. I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. Some people are upset with me. All right, so let's move on to Russell Brand anyway. Russell Brand, so he's being charged, man. This guy has a lot on his plate. Let me tell you the charges first, and then we'll get to his response. So the British comedian, actor, he's been recently charged with multiple sexual offenses, including rape, SA, involving 4 women. The alleged incidents occurred between 1999 and 2005 in the locations such as Bournemouth and London's Westminster area. Background of the allegations. Initial accusation September 2023. A joint investigation by the Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4's dispatchers brought forward allegations from 4 women. So it's the news channels that brought forward these allegations. I guess they investigated. A joint investigation. These claims included accusations of R, SA, and EA, emotional abuse, with one incident involving a 16-year-old girl. What?
What the?
What? Police investigation following the media reports. So the media was talking about it, covering and investigating it. Then the police get involved. So it says, following the media reports, the Metropolitan Police initiated an investigation during which more women came forward. More, dozens, with similar allegations. As of April 4th, today, Russell Brand faces the following charges: 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault. What is that? Okay. Indecent assault, 1 count of oral R, and 2 counts of SA. These charges are linked to incidents that allegedly took place between 1999 and 2005. So Brand is scheduled to appear in the Westminster Magistrates Court on May 2nd, 2025. The Metropolitan Police continue their investigation and have encouraged any additional victims to come forward. And so he has responded. Let's take a look at his response. I figured I'd just come on and show face. I've been kind of like dealing with shit today a little bit. I almost didn't even want to come on, honestly, but I'm like, you know what? Let's come on. Let's do it. Let's just hang out for a little bit and talk about the situation. So let's hear his response.
Hello. Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support.
Hello, mate.
We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon to be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations.
I mean, it can be. There definitely is situations where the law is weaponized. I don't know this situation. I don't know the details. I've always heard of these things with this guy. Maybe it was about these ladies.
We will not accept and tolerate levels of corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer? Now, that's just sort of general context. I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged.
So that's what my friend said, that, you know, he partied heavy, he was into drugs. I didn't know he said he was an addict. I didn't know that. But he's saying he was all those things, but he was never a rapist. That's his response. One of the things my friend had said, let's just theoretically, imagine he doesn't even remember. Like, what if he did something and doesn't remember that he did something? Like, he was so far gone, you know, that he doesn't remember.
Engaged in
Anonymous said, oh, it's innocent when they find religion.
Central activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. I want to thank all of you for your continuing support. I want to let you know that our show will be on Rumble on Monday. Thanks for your support there. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free, and we will be continuing to discuss this matter.
So that was his response. He posted about an hour ago. And I guess he seems confident he's going to be able to go to court and fight this. They're going to have to provide evidence. It's going to be interesting because this is from a pretty long time ago, from between 1999 and 2005. So over a decade ago, or 2 decades, over 2 decades. Yeah, over 2 decades ago, over 20 years, I think, right? So they're going to have to provide some evidence. This is interesting. Let me see what this article says here. He's 49 years old. Damn, dude, that's crazy. 49. I wonder how much time he's facing, too. He was once married to pop star Katy Perry. I didn't know that either. Is accused of R-ing one woman in 1999 and indecently assaulting another in 2001. He stole grapes. Police said he also is responsible for the alleged oral R and SA of a woman in Westminster, as well as the SA of another alleged victim in 2004 and 2005. So they've opened up a sex crimes investigation into Brand back in September 2023, just weeks after the Sunday Times and Channel 4 TV documentary show Dispatches reported that 4 women had accused him of SA. In another alleged incident detailed in the report, the Get Him to the Greek star was accused of assaulting a 16-year-old. That's pretty big. That's even worse than the other stuff. By forcing her to perform oral during a 3-month-long relationship. Wow. I think I remember hearing about that claim too. So they're alleging a 3-month-long relationship. The then teen claimed he had to punch the star. Oh, no. She had to punch the star in the stomach to make him stop. The other accusers detailed in the initial media report included a woman who claimed he SA'd her at his property in West Hollywood after they met at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Interesting. Okay. It wasn't immediately clear if the charges were tied to any of the allegations laid bare in the media reports. Police on Friday said they received a handful of complaints from women after the documentary aired. Brand at the time denied the claims, insisting his relationships were always consensual. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books. I was very, very promiscuous, he said. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual on Friday. On Friday, hours after the charges were leveled against him, he insisted he never raped anybody. All right, Russell. Crazy. Crazy. They're going to have to go to court and prove this stuff. I wonder how they're going to do that. Because the thing is, I wonder if they did a rape kit from back then, or, do they have text messages or any kind of video? Because sometimes it seems like that's a hard thing to prove. How do you prove that? Let's just say you're both partying, or everybody's on drugs and drinking and stuff. Like, how do you prove that? Because there was this story recently too. Let me see if I can find the story. I actually bookmarked it because I wanted to talk with you guys about it. I hope I bookmarked it. Let me see. There was this lady that lied about being raped, and she got a little time, but very little time. And I really think that they should give those people a large amount of jail time. I don't know why they get such little time to lie about rape. That's just crazy to me. There is this story. Check it out here. Pennsylvania woman who wrongfully accused stranger of rape and kidnapping is sentenced to jail. This article came out April 3rd this year. A Pennsylvania woman admitted to fabricating, kidnapping, some other Carly Russell shit, and rape allegations against a stranger whom she specifically targeted because she thought he was creepy last year, is paying for her lies. Angela Borsova Urmova, 20 years old, was sentenced to 45 days to 23 months in Bucks Correctional Facility on Tuesday. She was also sentenced to 1-year probation, ordered to have no contact with the victim and pay him a restitution of $3,600. You're going to have to pay a lot more than that. He should sue her, even though she probably doesn't have the money. He should sue her. People like this, they need a, if they're so serious about SA and believe her and all this stuff, when this stuff comes out, because I can only imagine how many stories where this isn't true, and it doesn't get found out, and the person's life is destroyed, the man's life is destroyed. You don't ever really see this the other way around. The man's life is destroyed. Nobody really cares after the fact, but this was pretty heinous. She's in January, Ormova, who was facing 17 years in prison, pleaded guilty to 7 misdemeanor counts, including tampering. The lies led to an innocent man, Daniel Pearson, being jailed. So he even got locked up, jailed for 31 days until she admitted to making them up. So if she didn't admit this, he would probably never be out. If she never admitted this shit, he'd still be locked up. Not only did this targeted false report impact the victim and his family in unimaginable ways, but there is also a profound ripple effect. A crime like this can shatter the community's confidence in the system. It can jeopardize prosecutions of legitimate crimes of sexual violence. Pearson, 41, was present with his wife in court Tuesday, but did not wish to make a statement during the sentencing since the ordeal has been too emotional. Damn, bro. So he didn't say anything, I guess, during the sentencing. The 20-year-old claimed she was attacked from behind outside Rednear's supermarket on April 16, 2024, cooking up a story that the assailant pulled her pants down and smacked her, leaving her a bruise on the face. She then went to the police, accused Pearson as her attacker, before eventually fessing up to the tale. She told investigators that she specifically targeted this guy because she had seen him and his blue Ford F-150 pickup truck in the area before and thought he was creepy. Ain't that some shit? This should evaluate her. Some mental health evaluation. Mental health evaluation. There's people out there like that. Oh, he's creepy. So as if that's not creepy and weird and mentally insane, to do the shit that she did. As if she's over here looking at other people based on the looks or whatever and just saying they're creepy and taking it to a whole nother level and doing some weirdo shit and accusing this guy and getting him locked up. The Middletown Police Department also reviewed surveillance video analyzed by Irma's cell phone data, which led to the discovery of multiple inconsistencies and contradictory information. So anyway, I don't want to get too far from Russell Brand, and each case needs to be looked at, I think, by each case, right? But this just kind of goes to show that, like, okay, we're going to have to go to court. They're going to have to investigate the claims. And, they're going to have some evidence. And this is a criminal charge. This is not like a lawsuit. A lawsuit, maybe that's coming next. Who knows? A lawsuit is like a less burden of proof. These are criminal charges that Russell Brand is facing. Let me see what you guys are saying. I know, Cap Burst, that's crazy, right? So I don't know Russell Brand. I don't know his history. I just, I know the whole supposed thing if he did a lot of drugs back in the day and partying, and he said he was an addict. It's got to be wild though after so long. The only question I guess I would wonder is why not. And I know people hate that question. Why now? Why not then? I just wonder, as far as criminality, why not report it? Did they report it to the police? Was there any kind of, stuff done? Rape test kids and stuff?
Thanks to Steve McDonald. We will talk to Michelle Fleury, our correspondent in New York, very shortly. But I want to bring you some breaking news that we just had from the Metropolitan Police here in the UK. The actor and comedian Russell Brand has been charged this afternoon in connection with the following offences: 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape, 2 counts of sexual assault. Detectives say they began investigating Brand in September 2023 after receiving a number of allegations, which followed the reporting by the Channel 4 Dispatches programme and the Sunday Times. The Met Police say it's alleged that in 1999 a woman was raped in the Bournemouth area. In 2001, a woman was indecently assaulted in the Westminster area of London. In 2004, a woman was orally raped and sexually assaulted in the Westminster area of London. And between 2004 and 2005, a woman was sexually assaulted in the Westminster area of London. He will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on Friday, the 2nd of May. We've had a statement from the Detective Superintendent Andy Furtfy from the Metropolitan Police, who is leading that investigation. He said the women who've made reports continue to receive support from specially trained officers The Met's investigation remains open, and detectives ask anyone who's been...
So somebody brought up in the chat too, they said that he admitted to a sex addiction. And so I looked it up, and it says Russell Brand openly discussed his past struggles with addiction, including heroin. So it's a heavy one. And what he describes as a sex addiction, and has used his platform to advocate for recovery and challenging societal views on addiction. Let me see here. Heroin. Oh wait, that's me. What? What the hell is going on there? Inception. When I pull this up. Yeah, I was a drug and sex addict. That's what he said in that video. I didn't even hear that part for some reason. So I guess he's gonna have his day in court. He's refresh surface audio. Let's listen.
It'd be very nice to meet you one day, Mr. Jimmy Savile, just, you know.
If you've got a sister, you could meet me by bringing her along.
I mean, I haven't got any sisters,
I
but...
don't usually meet fellas, but if you've got a sister, that's okay.
I've got a personal assistant called and part of her job description is that anyone I demand she greets, meets, massages, she has to do it. She's very attractive, Jimmy.
Well, that's a good start.
What kind of
start? You could send her along to do some research.
Would you like her to wear anything in particular, Sir Jimmy?
I'd actually prefer her to wear nothing.
Right. So you want my assistant to meet you naked? Okay. Well, that's not going to be a problem.
Well, that's interesting and ironic. So Jimmy Savile, he was this guy from BBC. He hosted BBC shows. The name is ironic too, if you ask me. Oh, he's dead now, huh? Is he the one? Was he charged with something? I thought, or no? Was there some allegations? I thought there was something with him, or no? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Oh, he claimed that the aftermath of his passing, hordes of people came forward claiming that Savile had molested, raped, and otherwise abused them. Holy crap. So after his death, a bunch of people had come forward. They say here, Jimmy Savile abused 60 people. Damn. Savile, wow. So it's a little ironic because BBC has had their own issues too. BBC. Then they had like a couple of reporters that were accused of abuse or rape or something. It was something like that. Some weird stuff, BBC. And of course, they're reporting on Russell Brand as well. BBC network there. Let me see what else. Oh, and I think they said he had some pictures with Diddy too. Didn't he have some pictures with Diddy? I guess everybody got pictures with Diddy. Russell Brand. Diddy Combs' latest federal prosecutors. Russell Brand recalls very intense Sean Diddy Combs taking him on an enforced holiday. You can't say no to him. Damn, that was 2024. Yeah, they have pictures together. And Diddy parties. Hello, yeah, oh, isn't life magnificent? It's all in a inner circle. And if you tap into the matrix and close your eyes, your third eye connects to the other eyes that we don't know about. And reflecting on the inner body of ourselves while we meditate and ground ourselves gives us to a higher elevation. And so if you meditate and close your eyes, but open your ears and mouth and close your nose. Russell Brand. There was some other stuff too. I thought with Diddy. Wasn't he saying something now with Diddy and Diddy? Let me see. Diddy, LeBron, some other shit now. Was he named in a lawsuit now? Sean Diddy Combs' accuser names Beyonce and LeBron. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Wow. Them Diddy parties. A civil case, a new one. Diddy got like thousands of people lined up. Filed in Florida April 1st, Joseph Manzaro alleges, according to court documents obtained by E! News, that he was drugged, transported against his will, sexually maimed as a victim of a coercive and organized crime enterprise facilitated by Sean Diddy Combs and others back in 2015. He named celebrities such as Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as witnesses in the lawsuit. Oh, man, it's never ending. Hell no. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me see if there's anything else. What else we got? So I guess we'll have to see what happens with Russell. We'll follow the case. He's I guess, going to continue as normal. Oh, by the way, it's Taylor Show Business. Show Business. My business, my business. Get the F up on my business. Because it's mine, oh my. Do you guys know who Taylor Show Business is? I'm going to clip this and post it on the other channel. Taylor Show Business. Woman convicted of chopping up her boyfriend finds out after trying to attack her defense attorney in the courtroom. This is the second time she attacked her defense attorney. Taylor Show Business is serving life without parole for the murder of Shad Therian, a 24-year-old man who she strangled during sex in his family home. The woman who previously admitted to sucking and cutting him apart at the same time, telling investigators she liked cutting his head off. Show Business dismembered him and spread his body parts throughout the home and car. Therian's head was found by his mother in a bucket in their basement. And supposedly when I watched the trial, she had cut off his phallus and put it in the bucket. And if you guys, for the new people that don't know or know that, we covered that story. I think they were high on meth, and she was strangling him with a chain, harder and harder. She said she saw his heart like pulsing until blood started coming out of his mouth. And then she continued to have relations with him after he was dead, using toys, all kinds of stuff while he was dead for I think it was hours. And then starts cutting off body parts and draining blood and all this stuff. And then she had left. And this was all in his mother's house. And the mother comes downstairs kind of wondering, what's going on here? And she's looking around, and she finds her own son's head in a bucket in the basement. So, and this chick has lashed out before and attacked her attorney. Well, she did it again. This bitch is crazy. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, this bitch is nuts. Oh, that's the previous one. That's from 2023. So this is today, 2025. This bitch. Ow! Oh, shit. They yoked her ass. The last time it took a little bit longer. The attorney, you can tell he's an abuse survivor because this guy he didn't even flinch. Barely flinch. He just put his arm up. Look at this shit. Pin her ass down. And he even he kind of throws his hands up damn, this bitch again, bro. She acting up again. Look at that. What are you gonna do? And this was the other attack in 2023. This one, it took some time to subdue her. She was kind of fighting off this one guy. Everybody's just watching. Nobody's really helping him. Just watching this guy struggle. She could have taken his gun and shot him. Maybe. I think maybe she's handcuffed, but took a while, but they kind of got her into a corner and restrained her. Jed, what's up?
But
look at this shit.
This time,
this was in their sentencing. They had put I think a spit mask. I was like, what the hell is this woman wearing?
All the factors that I have to consider. It's the decision of this court and the judgment of the law that Ms. Business be sentenced as follows. As to in 22 CF 363, count one, that's the first degree intentional homicide as a repeater. It's a Class A felony. Going to impose life imprisonment without the possibility of extended supervision. I believe that's appropriate in light of the findings that I've already made.
So that's an update for anybody that's followed that story, or if you never heard of that. Welcome to this lady, Taylor Show Business. Violent outburst in courtroom. I don't know what she yelled, by the way. I don't know. Let me try to. I'll bump the audio up for you guys. I have no idea. All I heard. Let me see. They took her ass down. They were ready. This time they had 6 people. They learned from the last time. They really didn't learn because they need to hook her up to a shock device. You guys know I don't know if they've ruled they don't have them anymore, but there was one time there was a video I found somewhere. Somebody was acting out and there was a shock device and the judge turn that thing, turn it on. They shocked the shit out of somebody. But I think he got in trouble. She needs a shock device on her. Take her crazy ass. We got time for this shit. Your crazy ass now.
We're off the record.
Yo, they took her down so quick. Damn, poor guy.
Off the record.
Crazy. And that's that lady. What's this? The downfall of Diddy and his defense. To be watch free. All right. So that's it. That's the first story for today. There is a story I'm kind of interested. I want to go over with you guys because I found even some more interesting stuff today. So I'll try to collect it for later. The other thing I just want to tell you guys, I was thinking last night and I was thinking today, as far as gaming, I was going to start a gaming channel and just separate the shit. So for the people that want to watch that stuff, they can go watch it on the other channel. You know, it's just to separate it so people don't have to, so they know when they come here, they're getting the news, the breaking news or whatever stories we're talking about, you know, whatever. So I haven't started it yet. I'm going to post a community tab probably later and with a link. So for anybody that's interested, we can watch it there, whatever. And I think that's it. I think that's it for now. I'm still waiting on the website. I got to contact these people. They're working on the website, ickandmel.com. I don't know what's going on with the website. I got to check on them because I paid them full up front. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I'm sure that they're legit, I think. Raz Almanza Nazareth. Sure business. Oh, that was so crazy yesterday, Jen. I'm going to try to do the gaming channel tonight, but if I don't, I'll stream it on Ick and Mel CC. All right, and have the weekend to myself, which will be nice too. Maddie's going to be with her mother this weekend, even though I love her being here, but sometimes it's nice to have a little break, a little 2 days or something, you know? So, there's a Texas Mass Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, last night was really interesting. Last night, I had a really good time. That's kind of my thing. Because I cut out drinking, man. I'm cleaning out my body, so I've been finding other little things, you know, to just kind of entertain myself or whatever. So I've been kind of gaming on the side a bit, you know. And so at first, the Last of Us Part 2, I was kind of like, the way it started. Now, when I played last night, it really picked up. I was like, oh shit. What's a break? A break is what you make it, really. All right, guys. I love you. I will catch you later. We'll see what comes up. It's Friday. So who knows what kind of crazy-ish will happen. Sure, the break is going to get a pedicure. A break is anything. I like pedicure sometimes. Break is going for a walk, taking care of yourself. A break is when your kids are in school. The few little hours that you blink your eye and it's over. You do whatever you need to do for yourself. Trust me, I've been there. I'm still there, really. So, but all right, I love you guys. Take care. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. And actually, I got to go pick up the baby now. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. It is a huge